everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So tonight, July 3rd, evening of 4th of July, our Independence Day of freedom, freedom from the British, kicking the British out of our lives, only for them to get married to a hooker and come back in. Yeah. Anyways, that's tomorrow. And I know this light is too bright. There we go. Yeah, you can still see the cards. So I was on my walk today and I came across some crows flying over me, which I felt was significant. I don't see them that often. And so I take note of them. They're such big, beautiful birds, known as one of the smartest birds out there. Felt it was possibly a signal or a sign of something. So I'm using the Crow Tarot this evening. And yeah, so I thought we'd take a look. I didn't have anything. Harry and Meghan are so boring. There's nothing to read on them, anyways. I think everybody's sick to death of them. So I said, let's do a July forecast. So I don't do forecast. I haven't done a forecast in a long time. Maybe I should get back into them. Maybe I'm getting rusty on them. And I was looking at the calendar in July. There are 5 weeks in July. 5 weeks if you look at it week by week. So I'm going to do 5 rows, a 5-row reading, and look at each week of July. Just in general, get a sense we can expect this month. Or what kind of, if there'll be big news, or if there'll just be a lot of usual, you know, arguing about online, and it should be pretty quiet. July is usually, sort of a quiet month unless, things happen. Oh, there's always things happening, but I just want to see. You've been hearing rumors about July 4th and what might happen on there, but all the fear mongering going on all the time since 2020. I'm so sick of it. But let's see if something big and catastrophe is going to happen. Maybe I'll get an indication in the cards. We'll see. Just in general, let's take a look. The month of July. So this week will be the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and fifth week. See what the cards show. The Crow Tarot. We can expect this month in general. Or it'll be really quiet or not. Hopefully it's a nice quiet month. I'm not expecting anything. I don't know if anyone's expecting any significant besides the July 4th rumor of some type of explosion or something like that, something big. But other than that, I mean, I don't think there's any huge news that anyone's expecting this month on a global level, anyways. All right, let's see. Let's see what the cards show for July. What's gonna happen? How's it gonna be for everyone? Hmm. Let's see what the cards show. So the first week, second week, third, fourth, and fifth. All right, let's see what kind of cards we get. So for the first week, that's this week. I get Seven of Wands. Oh, yes. So lots of attention. Somebody, just a general celebrating, you could say. Could be a particular person this week is highlighted. Somebody up on their pedestal up here, beating everyone down. So we know that the big, beautiful bill, that could be Trump beating everyone down about the bill that he just passed or is passing. And some people are complaining, some people love it, depends who you talk to. So that could be, that's of course all over media, social media. So wands, I see a lot of energy, people celebrating or talking, arguing about putting energy out there about it. Oh, the hermits. Expertise, solitude, feeling isolated a bit here, people being quiet, maybe more people staying home this year because they're worried about events or they just are not inclined to go anywhere. And last, I get, Eight of Wands. A lot of traveling here. So there are a lot of people traveling, and it will be busy in some places, but I do think that it's like a combination here of a lot of wands and hermit. I get the idea of something being completed with a nine, something in progress and moving quickly, but just a lot of heat here in the northern hemisphere. Of course, we're in the middle of summer. So there's a lot of activity, a lot of events, but also a lot of, some people are going to be using this time, perhaps off from work, to do research or to maybe go on solo trips or do something. Go to places that are more isolated, like up in the mountains, or taking their boat out in the middle of the ocean and just being away from everyone for a while. I see that kind of activity this week for some people. A lot of people are, you hear about people taking breaks from social media. They're fasting. I think it's a fad with some younger people now to be fasting from social media, just deleting all their TikToks and their apps off their phones and just spending the summer or at least some time without that connection. And I could see that with that as well could be happening. I think more and more people are doing that. Hi, Tiger Eye. How are you? Yes, but all in all, pretty good week. Quiet. A lot of travel. So let's see, the second week of July. Second week of July. Knight of Wands reversed. So I see something here about a lot of arguing. Of course, online again, a lot of wands. A lot of just putting things in the media, putting things, a lot of energy, a lot of activities, being very aggressive with the PR type of thing. Yeah, but things maybe not for some people. Maybe they're having trouble traveling or moving ahead with work projects or creative projects in the second week of July. And the world reversed. Oh, I can take this several ways. This is a general reading for the world, and it's also a globalist type of card, and I have that reversed. So I do get maybe the second week of July. There being some new globalist maneuver here, some attack or PR release from the globalist WHO or something. And then Page of Pentacles reversed. Communications, documents, contracts, young people, money, small, thinking sort of. So I'm getting the idea of maybe things not going through, agreements or other financial arrangements. I could take this as the globalists not doing well. I think that the world reverse could indicate that um, there's a lot of pushback on them, and they're Reiner Fuelmick, he's still in jail for doing nothing, and he just recently published a letter to the world from his jail cell on I think it's the expose, and he's saying that he thinks we're winning and the globalists are losing. It's just taking time for it to all play out. But he said all the evidence is there. He did his trial, his videos that he made, basically conducting a trial, a jury, and not a jury, but a trial of all the evidence of this pandemic. And yeah, so I mean, this could indicate that something is not working out. I think the globalists really, or the World Health Organization, aka the Bill Gates Association, that's all it is. The World Health Organization is the Bill Gates organization. Everybody knows it. So I don't know why everyone's playing along, trying to act like there's some whatever, in my opinion. Not even my opinion, in fact. But Gavi just got cut off their funds from our tax dollars. There's one positive maneuver. So I do see that things are not going well for the globalists in the second week of July. I think that there's some attack in the media and social media that they're not getting the censorship that they want, so that's really bothering them. And in general, people know what's going on, and so things are not loss of money here, or not getting the things done that they wanted, that the treaty signed, or the something that's the contract that they were hoping for. Possibly is one thing I'd see that as. So that's the second week of July, third week of July, but again, nothing catastrophic or anything. Third week of July, moon reversed. Oh my. So I see some scandal brewing in the third week of July, something coming out here possibly that could be quite scandalous. Now we do have the Diddy trial. Now the Diddy trial just finished up, and he was only charged with two the lesser crimes, but he could still go to jail for up to 20 years, and we won't know until October, apparently, when the judge gives him a sentence. But he was not allowed to go out on bail, which many see as a bad sign for him. And the thing is, Diddy has a lot of information that he could be bartering with to get a lesser sentence. He could come out and name names. And, Diddy has been associated with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Wouldn't that be interesting if something came out about them from Diddy? Wouldn't that be something? But he may be singing like a canary soon. We'll have to wait and see. But I see some scandalous third week of July there. The devil. Oh, my. I'm just thinking of something very evil, P. Diddy and Harry and Meghan. Ooh. Yeah, very intense here. Wow. Um, Power issues here. Again, the devil I kind of see with this globalist card as well as the world. So, yeah, I think that something may be coming out around them, or they may be trying pull something the third week of July. Oh my God, I got the emperor. Oh, excuse me, the empress reversed. The empress was still pretty bad. We don't want her reversed either. That's not good for our food supply and our animals. Oh my gosh. All right. I am not liking the third week of July. I'm telling you right now. I've got the Empress reversed, Devil upright, Moon reversed, three major arcana. Something could happen then, or a move could be made then of something significant, possibly something evil, which I would consider anything the globalists do as evil. But it does look like there's some scandal going to come out. Now, what I've been hearing about Empress, I think of, one of the things I think about is our food supply. and our farmers and our food. You're hearing a lot about scandals coming out about how, for example, Bill Gates's appeal, which is very toxic, and other things about our food that they're doing to poison our food. They're putting insects in our food and our flour. Like, you have to look at all the ingredients of everything, because they're just putting crickets in everything. It's already in there. And eating insects is very dangerous for humans. But so something along those lines may be coming out. The evil um, globalists, what they've been doing to our food, besides the fact that they're trying to give all farm animals mRNA injections. So I see possibly something along those lines coming out. Empress is also the mother. Could be something about new being revealed, or them doing something new that would affect pregnancies as well, or mothers. Yeah. So third week of July, I'm getting three major arcana, which tells me some big news around that would be around the world there coming out. Fourth week of July, I get the Six of Wands, more wands, lots of wands in this reading. So again, here I have it reversed, so maybe to a lesser extent, I get somebody being portrayed and celebrated, and um, it's treated as a hero here of some way, somebody getting recognition for something, cheered on by people, being promoted, perhaps a small way, not a major story or a major person. But Ace of Wands reversed. Oh, see, some um, secret new beginning here, or something being taken out, something being removed. Page of Cups. Oh, another page. So again, it could be about young people, information. So this could be something creative coming out, that someone gets, some artist or some group gets recognition. Now, there is a new documentary coming out. It's made by the same people who made Died Suddenly. They're coming out, oh God, they're coming out with a new documentary, and it's going to be, when it comes out, it's going to be huge. Maybe that's, it's going to be revealing about the nanotechnologies and what's going on with that, with the mRNA injections. I forget what they called it. I've done a couple of interviews. I forget the name of the new documentary. There's many, many wildfires across the West. It may appear to growing right now. Oh my God. Okay, I am getting a lot of wands here. So, wow, wow. Thank you, Naomi. I hadn't heard. I hadn't been following that. Again, more wildfires. I heard about. There's always something. There's always, always doing something, right? They're always attacking us in some way. But yeah, yeah. I get that in the first week. Wands and wands. So a lot of fire in this reading. Sure. All right. Last week of July, I get more wands. Oh no, yeah. And I shuffled these cards. Nine of Wands reversed. Wow, utter exhaustion. Some people maybe giving up on something. Two of Wands. You saw me shuffle these cards, right? Just making sure. I mean, oh my goodness. Is that two of Wands or two of Swords? Yeah, let me double check. I don't use this deck that often. No, that's Wands. That's definitely Wands. And I just can't believe I'm seeing so many wands in this reading. And last, I get, okay, nine of coins. Nine of coins. So the end of the month, there's going to be more indulgences here, maybe more plans being made, but being people taking time to enjoy some stability here. And I think the last week is going to be more peaceful, more people relaxing, and more people just being exhausted from the month beforehand, and just so a little quieter. I see it being much quieter last week of July. Just people just relaxing and um, taking stock and working, for work hard here. So also a completion of something here, possibly for some people. If you're working on a work project or building something, you may finish it towards and be very happy with the end results. Yeah. So wow, I got 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, and 9 of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 out of what? 15 cards. So half of the cards are wands. I got 2 pentacles and 1 cup. No swords. That's surprising. Hello, Acme. How are you? Miley Stainer. No, you're not late. It is late. I decided to do a late night, no, not late night, but a late evening forecast here for July. And I was checking to see if it looked like how things look for this month in general. So I'm getting that this week is going to be quieter the rest of this week. I don't expect anything unusual this week from these cards. Just people, the usual banter and um, travel and whatever. But nothing on the world, no world event or anything like that. Second week of July, there'll be some big news because I have 1 major arcana, and it may pertain to some development with the global agenda, um, something that would be something people to argue about, and pertaining to some financial arrangement or contract or treaty or something of that nature, or some documents that may be revealed, perhaps, that pertain to the world, affect the world. And by the third week of July, again, I got the 3 major arcanas, the moon reversed, the devil, and the empress reversed. So that week I would expect a possible, a big story that would affect the world, something scandalous being revealed regarding the environment with the empress. It could be about the fires. Maybe the fires are major story is about the evil attack on our, they're always using wildfires every year in Canada and the US. And we know that we just recently had a fire in LA in January. Basically, so we're being attacked by these fires. So this month could be with all these wands. If you want to look at it as how the globalists would attack us, either electricity. We've heard that they want to set up. They're always threatening about a shutdown or whatnot. But also fire, of course, would definitely be a threat from them this month with all these wands, with all these activities, energies. Yeah, especially in the third week of that third week of July would be what I would be looking out for. And then sort of the last 2 weeks of the month, it's quieter here. It's more calmer, and it's not getting much done. It's more low key, a little bit of the fourth week of July. I see something coming out that someone's going to be getting attention for like that documentary that's coming out. It could be something of that nature, something like that. or something else where someone is getting accolades or appreciation. And finally, the last week of July looks pretty quiet. Looks like it's more planning, more recuperating, relaxing. And the wands could also be about heat too. I mean, especially here, northern hemisphere, it is very hot, and we've just gotten over a heat wave. And so I would expect, of course, it is going to be a very hot July, which is not really groundbreaking news, but you did see that. Well, look at it that way with the wands. Yeah. So the good news is I don't see a lot of swords. I don't see anything that looks like necessarily an unusual violent incident of anything here. I don't see. Um, hey, Lydia, how are you? Yes, very hot. Hot, sweaty smileys. Exactly. This could refer to, things heating up. Speaking of, things have heated up quite a bit on YouTube recently. I noticed, I'm sure you have all noticed as well. Oh, it's cold where you are. Yeah. I said the Northern Hemisphere. I knew you were going to say that. It's winter time in Australia. I know that. I knew that. I knew that. I got it. That's why I said the Northern Hemisphere is hot. It's very hot. We just had a major heat wave here. So not necessarily, it's going to be really hot this summer for sure. Um, yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna stop that there. Does anybody have any questions? You can throw some cards on, or I'm just getting back into do forecasts. I haven't been doing forecasts. I want to get back into them so I can hopefully get better and better with these doing forecasts. I'm used to doing specific questions, it's a sort of different style of way of thinking, way of reading. And you're trying to do something like very general. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Diddy or I hadn't heard about those fires in California. I'll look after this live. I'll check it out. There's so many over there. I can't believe we just had a huge fire that they couldn't put out. They didn't have water right back in January. It was a disaster, and what now that it's happening again? I mean, wow. How many fires they gonna? It looks like somebody, the globalists, or the someone, it seems, trying to burn down California or something. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Want to throw some cards? Want me to throw some cards on it? It'd be a personal question. Going once, going twice. Let's see. I'll ask the cards. The cards have a message for people here. I'll just see if the cards have a message for you. Does the cards have a message for my audience tonight? Oh, gosh. Look, it's popped out on top. Oh, we got the death card. Look out. Some ending coming up. See, these are the cards I was looking out for if I saw this in the forecast. Did not get that card, and I did not see this card. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. Not sure what to do. Yeah. Thank you, Lydia. I plan on having a good day tomorrow. Judgment, make a decision about something. Hmm. See a lot of ending here, ending and new beginnings. The Hierophant reverse. Maybe you need to speak to an expert, or you may be um, not getting all the information you need, or some bad information that you may be going on, or you may be doing something rebellious or something a little unorthodox. Knight of Cups reversed, though. I see this as another card where you got to be careful not to drink and drive or anything of that nature, and be careful with any water activities and in any dealings with people. Look out for deceptions, especially if you're dealing with a lover or partner, any kind, business or personal. So, but I do see that a partner here is going to be very significant. If you're single, you may find a partner, you may meet someone new. And I get this is Three of Wands or Three of Swords. This is Three of Wands. Yeah, this is Three of Wands. Beautiful cards. These cards are very nice. So this is waiting, anticipating, watching, observing, and then Magician reversed. Yeah, not getting things done appropriately, not having the skills or the things not working out as you'd hope, not having the confidence or doing things in a wrong way. So if this is a relationship reading, if this is more dealing with partnerships or with finding a new partner or just meeting someone new who enters your life now, I see a whole new beginning here in your life where you may be feeling like you're not sure what you want to, how to finish something up, how to finalize something that you've been working on or working towards or wanting to do. And you may have been under some not getting the correct answers that you need. You need more information. You need more speak to more experts or find the answers somewhere. You're still looking for the answers, and you have to be careful of any deception here in your dealings with whatever you're connecting with someone. You're going to meet the right person, whether it's love or business. Again, whether you're selling your house or something else. After you seek the appropriate experts or get the answers, research that you need to do to make sure to avoid any misunderstandings or deceptions. And then there'll be some waiting. So you having to be patient, but your ship will come in. I think it will come in, but you have to take the initiative here. Because you're not putting enough of yourself into it. You have to take the reins more here in the situation you're dealing with. You need to take control of it. If that makes sense to you, if that resonates with you, you can take that with you. If not, never mind. As you tarot readers say. That's the message. Okay, so for the people on this channel, for this message for you, yeah, I'm seeing it starting something new here, ending of something, ending of relationship or a channel you watch. Maybe you stop watching a particular channel because of all the brouhaha and you unsubscribe. And that would be described by the death card. That's like ending. It's like, I'm unsubbing from you. And then you may be feeling overwhelmed by the information and rumors and you don't know what to think. So you don't say anything because not sure what's really going on. So this information, there's a lot of judgments going on with other people, right? So we could take this literally that some people are judging others, but this is not a good judgment. It's not based on sound reasoning here, not based on an official investigation, sort of. And there is some deception going on here for sure. I would say the situation, this is what it's referring to. There's been somebody has it's attacking. It could be Harry and Meghan with their trolls. I do believe they are Harry and Meghan creating division, divisiveness. So and they're hiding behind different screen names, and they're being very dishonest and sneaky and evil. And so this is kind of pointing to this attack. A knight is attacking, but in a very quiet, hidden, this sneaky way, passive aggressive way, playing the victim when they're not, kind of a thing. And the lovers could indicate, two people working together, causing all these problems, and they're loving every second of it, which would describe Harry and Meghan, honestly. But it could also describe if Harry and Meghan are involved with creating discord. This would describe Harry and Meghan with their Twitter, their trolls, their Sussex squad. Yeah. So they're working very closely together, as many suspect. And this I take card as observing. This is Harry and Meghan or other people observing it all and watching. As TRG has said, and I agree, this whole thing's a military grade psyop, and we could all just be being studied. They have the AI to study everything and monitor everything you do and make predictive programming based on what you say and what you write. So I know I'm going straight to the gulag. I don't know about you, but yeah, it's that kind of a thing. It's like we're being monitored and watched and observed all the time. And Harry and Meghan are with the people that are doing all this, right? And the last card is the Magician reverse. But at the end of the day, it's all a disaster. I see this often as their PR or them trying to push their will onto others and trying to, major arcana here, they're trying to change the entire internet to suit them, right? With their censorship and whatnot. But I see it will be a big fail anyways, because everything Harry and Meghan do is a big fail because they are amoral, a-holes, and they are evil. And they will fail at everything they try to do because they have karma coming back at them. So it'll end up, it'll all come out, in the wash, as they say. All be exposed, and it won't serve their purpose. They will fail with their missions at the end of the day. That's what Harry and Meghan do. They fail and fail and fail again. Yeah. Start posting that we know what they are doing. Yeah. Well, even if leaving comments, they're reading all your AI is reading all your comments. So everything you put out there. I mean, AI even monitors how long you look at something. Like if you're scrolling through Facebook or Twitter, X or whatever, it takes note of how long you look at something. And I mean, it's wild how monitored people are online, and we don't even know it. We don't even think about it because we don't even know. But well, this PR is confusing everything. Yeah. It is, and it's meant to be confusing. Yeah, it's meant to be disruptive and disorienting. So you don't really know what's going on, who's doing what, who works for who, right? All mind effery, I think. Yeah. Then you throw some bots in there with Christopher Boozy. It's all the more worse, right? But, still at the end of the day, I still support freedom of speech. I do not support censorship or deplatforming at all. So there you have it. That is the forecast for everyone here. It's what you got. You got the lover's card. So if you're looking for a new love, this is the month to do it. All right. So there you have it. So thank you all for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.